Can I be honest with you for a second? Myself included, a lot of us, a lot of us have spent so much time waiting. We hate to admit it, but we have. We have been waiting for help that was never coming. We have been waiting for someone to come in and make everything more manageable. We have been waiting on the right person before we decided to get our life together. Am I right? Okay, then. You might want to stay for this video then. If you don't know me, I'm V, and I'm the owner of Organized Design Create. Over on Instagram, I am known as Intentionally V. I have created 2 series on that account, one titled Raising Them Kids, and the other titled Nobody's Coming, Save Yourself. One focuses on the emotional and the relational side of parenting, and the other focuses on the physical, like what we doing in our space, y'all. Nobody's Coming, Save Yourself after a breakup. The breakup was super eye-opening for me, and it kind of just taught me that I need to build a home and a life that works before any additions are made to me and my children's life. I have 5 children. I've been divorced for 7 years, and I have been doing this on my own for a long time, but I wouldn't say that I was always doing it correctly. This episode is not really highlighting that you need to be alone forever. It's just saying that, hey, you need to get yourself together before you try to add somebody else into what you already got going on. Now, I am not a dating or relationship expert. That is not where my expertise lies, but I've been parenting for about 20 something years now, and there was never a manual, but I will say that I think I'm doing a great job in that area of life, and I'm learning this whole other part that I just did not put attention into. First, I want to say that what you're going to build by being on this platform and following me on social media is you're not building it for someone else. You're building it for you and for your children and your family, because you want to show up as your best self. And when you're your best and your highest self, your partner is going to come in and he's going to be your match. He's going to be your person, or she, because I know that there are guys who follow me too. He or she is going to be your match. That's going to be your person. So we got to get all these episodes out. We got to learn some stuff. We learning it together, because whatever I learn, I'm trolling. I'm telling y'all everything. I'm giving y'all all the details, okay? Now, some of y'all ain't never seen me a day in your life. So before I start teaching you stuff, I'm going to give you a little background about me. I became a mother at 18. We're not even going to talk about how I got to that point, but we'll just say that I got married in 2010. When I got married, my ex-husband had a son. I had a daughter. We kind of blended our families, blase, blase. Number one, I was way too young to be getting married. I was not ready. It was not a good match. I was very naive, and I didn't even know who I was. So it was really hard for me to try to be somebody's wife when I didn't even know who I was. But for the most part, I think that I was an okay wife, but I actually put more focus on being a mom. That marriage ended in 2019, and it literally was not like a soft landing. I left that marriage with nothing. I don't ever think I ever said that out loud, but I didn't leave with anything but a car. I don't have that car anymore, but that's what I left with, a car. So I literally had to start over from scratch. And during that time that I was married, I only worked like little work from home jobs here and there. I did a lot of side hustle stuff when I was married. I mainly spent my time caring for and taking care of my children, because all I ever wanted to do was just be a mom. So the guy I was married to was in the military. He was never there. Like, I hardly ever saw him. Even when he was in the States, he always wanted to live in a different state from where we were. I don't know why I don't care anymore, but so it was always just me and the kids. all the time. His family lived close by, but I wouldn't say they were active in my day to day with my kids. They would come visit, pop in like that, but there was nobody that was there all the time. So imagine me, a young mom, 21, 22, I think about 23, um, away from my own family. I had two young kids under the age of 5, and yeah, I had no community. There was no support. I think my instincts kicked in to where I'm like, I have to do this. I have to learn how to care for me and my babies because I see it's just us. I can't, there is nobody I can call and say, hey, I really need help or support. There was nobody I felt comfortable enough to call anyway. I just didn't have that type of relationship with my ex-husband's family, and there was nobody in my family who could just pick up whatever they were doing and bring it to where I was, states away from my own family. Being alone all the time really taught me some lessons that I really am grateful for. Number one, it taught me how to just be alone. I never seek companionship because I think I'm really just comfortable being in my own skin. I love me. I think I'm amazing. And I love being around myself. So the period of times where my ex-husband was gone all the time, I really just enjoyed being there with my kids, not having to share them with anybody else. And I I learned a lot about myself. And in those times when he would come back home, I started to notice that we didn't really mesh well. We weren't compatible. We didn't want the same things in life. We were like strangers in the same house. That's what it felt like. Like we were just going through the motions. Like, and then he said he wanted out, and I was just like, "Who shoot?" I'm glad he said it. That's crazy. But when he told me that, I was like, this is my window to go, and I ain't never looking back. And that's what I did. I took my kids and I left. Now, of course, lots of stuff happened in between that, but we're not getting all into that. This episode is just to tell you a little bit about more about me, so you can see that I am actually a human and a person, and I have experienced some stuff. Okay, so that transition from marriage to singlehood, it wasn't an easy one. It wasn't a soft one. You go from not having worked your entire marriage, you were a stay-at-home mom, now getting into the working field and making like 25K out the gate a year. What can you do with that? Not much. And then, of course, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. What do I do now? Like, how do I survive with these kids? Because towards the end of the marriage, I got pregnant. The one time I let the man touch me all year, I got pregnant, and it happened to be twins. So now I'm up to 5. So I had a choice at the end, like, okay, do I keep these babies or I send them back to Jesus? Because I have some decisions to make. Um, I decided to keep them. I didn't know they were twins at first. I thought it was just one baby, but I'm still grateful for them nonetheless. I got the babies and we left. We were on our own. And I'm going to tell y'all, that was a really, really tough season because right after our divorce, that next year was COVID. So I'm trying to be in a new career field and take care of my kids and heal myself and figure out who I am. And so many things were happening the same year. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going or coming these days. Like, I literally did not know what to do. I tried to move back home. That didn't work. I tried to move with a friend. That didn't work. And somehow I ended up in Jacksonville, Florida. I think it was divine timing because I have met some really amazing people since I've been here. So that's kind of how we got here. So I would say that when you're the strong person, nobody really checks on a person that's holding it all together because they just assume you're fine because I'm online a lot. So I probably show up like, oh, I have it all together. The kids look amazing. They're doing great things. But on the inside, I was really hurting because I felt like I didn't have a voice. I feel like the narrative was changed to look a certain way when it really wasn't that way. And all of these years, I'm like, I just want to vindicate myself. I want to just say what really happened, and I really just want to put the truth out there. But then there's this voice in me that's like, who cares? Let people think what they want to think about you because everybody going to have an opinion about you anyway. So I just gave up on trying to tell my side of the story. It doesn't matter. I know who I am, I know whose I am, and I know what value I bring to the lives of the people that I am grateful to spend time with. Here's one thing that I did learn through that tough season of life. And I think some of you already know what this is, but you need to hear somebody else say it. You can love your kids so bad. Like, you can love them with everything in you, and you could still feel like you're failing them. Those two things can live in the same body at the same time. I am living proof. I am a living witness that that is true. You could literally look like you handling everything, and you could be completely overwhelmed and nobody would know. Because sometimes as moms or dads, we get real good at performing. I'm fine. I'm smiling when I see people. I'm good at the grocery store when people say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then I sit in the car for an extra 5 minutes once I get everybody home, and I cry my eyes out because I'm like, "What am I doing? Am I doing this right?" I'm asking God, like, "Hey, you hear me?" Because I feel like I'm alone right now. I feel like I don't have a person in my corner. And then during that time, like, I don't think I really knew what my purpose was. So I was just I felt stuck. I'm steadily trying to work good jobs, earn more money, figure out what I'm skilled at, finish school, like all of these things. And then I was surrounded by people who I felt like would support, but I don't think they knew how because I presented myself as like, I got it. I got it. But on the inside, I didn't have it. I did not have it. Even now, I'm still learning. I have my systems. Now, my systems are my sanity. And this is why I created this platform, because I love what I do so much that I just cannot keep it inside. I have to share with the world. I need all the moms to know all the stuff that I'm doing. And if I make from it, money from it, cool. If I don't, whoop to do. I know that is a gift that God gave me to share. And this is what I want moms to know out there. You could think you're going to have all the support in the world, but it does not work like that. Please always have your own. Always have your own systems. Always have your own way to organize your home. Like, if you don't know how to do that stuff, hire a professional. There are professional organizers all over the world. I'm going to try to use this platform to show you how to organize your own spaces, but there's probably a million of y'all that's going to watch this video, and I can't come to everybody's house. So I'm going to need you to watch the videos and get the tips and share the videos, because I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I started to realize that it wasn't really my ex-husband's family's jobs to support me or to care for me, and it just wasn't their job. It wasn't their space. I had my own family. And when they weren't doing it, that's when I started to create a family outside of my blood relatives, because I knew there was nobody I could really call or count on when I actually needed support or help. There were days where I would lay in my bed and just cry because I didn't know what to do next. I have some good girlfriends who would come visit me and help pull me out of those dark, sunken places. And it wasn't like I was sad because I got divorced, because that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I think I was grieving because I was grieving a life that I thought I would have. Even if it wasn't with him, I always wanted to be a wife and be married and have my kids. and live like this amazing life. That's what I aspired to have. And I think I grieved that for a little bit. One night I was standing in the house that I rented when I left my marriage, and I was looking around and I was just like, I want to love it here. I want to come home from work and I want to be able to relax without seeing so much chaos. I want to be able to breathe. I want to be in my house. Does that make sense? Because I noticed that if I would pull up and I know that it's crazy inside, I wouldn't want to get out of my car. Or I would just go do other stuff that didn't really make sense so I didn't have to walk in my house. I was avoiding it. And I said, you know what? We can't do this anymore. And me and the kids had a whole declutter session. I got rid of so many things that we didn't need. I started over from scratch. Remember? So people kind of treated us like a little charity case. So they just brought us stuff, a lot of stuff that we didn't even really need or use. I am super minimalist. So we ended up donating a lot of things, which was great. A lot of families were blessed. But that was the night that everything started to change for me. It's like I decided nobody's coming to save me. I need to save myself. Now, I have had some cycles where I reverted and went back like feeling sorry for myself. But the person I am today can see that old me and just like, girl, you could have just got up. You could have just got up and just kept moving. But mentally, I wasn't there. It Realizing that nobody's coming, you need to save yourself, it's a mental shift. I literally woke up one day recently, and it was after that breakup I told y'all about. And I just told myself, I replay everything that was said to me during those last few days that I was with him. And I was just like, he is absolutely right. I need to get my stuff together. There's no way I should have been dating or even in a relationship with all of the loose ends that I had. So January 1, I know it's not the new year for most people. It wasn't really a new year for me. But January 1, I got my vision board and I put my vision board together. And on the back of my vision board, I wrote 12 things that I'm going to accomplish this year. Not hope for, not pray for. I'm doing it. So I've already knocked off 4 things and we're only in the month of March. So when I'm telling you nobody is coming to save yourself, save yourself, whatever that means for you. I hope that by me sharing my story and sharing a little bit about me, I hope that it helps someone. And I'm trying not to get emotional because this is huge for me. I have always been a transparent person, but when this download came to me for these 2 series, it just came out of nowhere. And that first one that I never put out yet, the Raising Them Kids, I was so scared to put that out for fear of judgment, for fear of how people will receive it. I didn't want people to think I was trying to paint myself in some sort of light amidst some legal issues that I was dealing with. So I was very, very scared to put it out there, but God said, put it out there. So I did. And this second series, Nobody's Come to Save Itself, it was just for me. I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one. So I need to show up and be there for other women who are also experiencing the same thing. And maybe our situations are different, but ultimately we have to save ourselves so that we could be better and we could show up as the person that we were always meant to be. And I promise you, when you reach the peak where you're the person that you're always meant to be, your mate is going to come in. You won't even have to go look for him. He is going to find you, because they say he who finds a good thing finds a wife, finds a good thing, something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to be good. So you're probably sitting over there like, dang, she done told me her whole life story, but she ain't told me about the systems. So I ain't learned no systems from no textbook. I learned it from just doing it. It's like I could see something and I could visualize how it should look. And that's how I created my business, Organize, Design, Create. I organize homes and I also organize the back end of businesses. Two separate businesses. One day they're going to be two large businesses, but right now they're kind of micro, and that's okay. I'm taking baby steps because I don't want to be an entrepreneur that's just doing so many things and then the business fails and you got to start from scratch again. We're not doing that. I try to be very strategic in the way that I run my business, and that's how basically I got started. So for the business side of the business where we do back ends, workflows, automations, um, I love that side of it because it's almost like I can look inside of your business and I can see where the holes are, where the leaks are, where you're missing leads and stuff like that, or where maybe your email workflow is just not up to par and you're losing people because nobody's reading your emails. That happens. And then there's this side of the organization where I actually love helping families organize their home and create systems to where it works for their family. It's not a one size fits all because some people have families with really, really small kids. And then there are people who have families with older kids. But lucky for me, I have all ranges of age in my family. So I am telling you all of this because I want you to come in, be on this channel, enjoy it, like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Like, I want to be on all those platforms because I am sharing everything that God has given me with you. I know you're watching this because maybe the title grabbed your attention or you know my cute face or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe somebody shared it with you because they're like, oh, girl, she over here spreading the tea. Let's go see what she's talking about. No matter how the video found you, I'm glad that you're here. And I hope that you watched it to this far. And I really appreciate you guys for trusting me with this. It. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. I'll see y'all in the next episode.